Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. I am so excited for today's video because today I am trying out the Floresta Inverno palette from Ladybug Glow. But not only that, I am so grateful to Ladybug Glow because they did send this my way. I feel so honored to have her decide that she wanted to see me play with this palette, and yeah, I couldn't be more grateful. So thank you so much. If you are watching this, I really appreciate it, and I cannot wait to create this look and many more in the future. I was also given a affiliate code if you guys did want to save a little money at checkout with Ladybug Glow. You can definitely use code GURU. I'll put that in the screen as well as in the description box. It is affiliated, so I do get a little kickback if you decide to use it, but you also will save a little money, so it's up to you if you choose to or not. But I just am so grateful, so thank you again to Ladybug Glow. And with that said, let's just hop into creating this look. Alrighty guys, we're just gonna get started with some of my Morphe eye primer. I'm only gonna do one eye on camera because I'm gonna do the other as a short, but I'm gonna go ahead and just prime both eyes so that they're ready. Alrighty guys, eyes are primed and we are testing out the Floresta Inverno palette from Ladybug Glow. She was so kind to send this my way to play with, and look at how beautiful this is. There's only a few things that I know for sure, and that's that I want to include the color Mist as well as Salvia, and I also really want to find a way to include the little ladybugs that she puts in everyone's order. How cute is that? I have 6 and they're pretty nice quality. I think they might be wood, so I definitely want to save them to do like a really cool, fun, like forest nymph kind of look. I wish I had a palette from her that had like more reds, because then I could mix in the grunge resolution, which has some greens, and do like a very, I don't know. I want to play with those ladybugs. We're gonna try and use them in today's look. I really want to, but I'm definitely going to be saving them to include in other looks, because how cute is it that those are just like added into the order? That's so, I love it. So yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to incorporate those yet, but I haven't seen anyone incorporate them. And I think it's crazy because so many of us makeup lovers glue weird things to our face, and that was the first thing I thought when those were in my package. So I'm being very rambly. I think we need to just get started. So I'm gonna just start with Mist, and I think I just want to place that in this like outer edge. So I'm just gonna keep it kind of tight because I think I'm gonna blend it out with that burgundy shade. I love teals and like greeny blues and like turquoises, and this is like such a nice deep, it's leaning more blue but there's a little bit of green to it. It's so pretty. There's a lot of kick up in the pan, which always means the shades are going to be super pigmented, and I did try out the grunge resolution. I got that in my Eyescream Beauty Box, which is why I didn't know there were ladybugs in the order. Now I'm going to go into Salvia, which is that burgundy shade, and I'm just gonna like press it around the edges of the teal to start, and I kind of want to pull it down this way into the center of the crease as well. So I got my first Ladybug Glow eyeshadow palette from my Eyescream Beauty Box, and I was just blown away by the quality, and the color story is beautiful, and like just seeing her make a comeback is so exciting because I never got to try her product the last time she was in the beauty community doing her thing, but I am so excited to be jumping into her brand as she makes her comeback because, well, for starters, these pigments are absolutely beautiful, and we've talked a little bit on Instagram, and she's being just so sweet and, you know, personable, and yeah. And if you guys did want to shop her brand, I was also given a code, so you can use GURU, that's GUROO, which is how I spell my nickname. So feel free to use that on her Etsy shop if you feel so inclined to try something out from her. I do believe that Ladybug Glow is just a one-person business. That said, the products are also on Gourmand Girls. Apparently they're pretty close friends, which I love seeing small businesses supporting one another. So I think that's really, really cool to see that Gourmand Girls is putting Ladybug Glows products on their website as well. I don't think my code is going to work on that website, but there are plenty of codes that you can use for Gourmand Girls as well. I just don't personally have a code for them. So I always get fallout. I'm never going to complain about a little bit of fallout because that's just a part of life. I don't tap off my brushes because I do my face after, so it's one less thing I have to worry about. Those shades are beautiful. They blended together beautifully. They aren't like super side by side on the color wheel, so it took a little bit of work to get them blended, but nothing crazy, just to get them as blended together as I would like. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to use Inverno or Wisteria, but I kind of am thinking I want to use Inverno because that looks so pretty. I also really like Frigid though. That's such a nice cool toned brown. So maybe between these two, and I'm just thinking for the inner edge here for what I want to do. Oh, do you see how pretty those are? I do think it's gonna be the brown though, but oh, I want to play with that shade too. Don't worry, because I will be doing more looks very soon. I'm going to be, of course, doing my using every shade in a palette, and I think this one's going to go to the top of my list for to-dos because it's still pretty new and relevant, and I want to play with it some more. So I do think we're going to go in with Frigid. So I'm just going to pick that up on a fluffy brush, and we're just going to pop that on this inner edge. And that's like, it's like a purpley neutral brown. It's more purpley than I was expecting, but I do really like it. It's going to blend so well into this burgundy shade. And I'm going to pop it, just because I don't know what I'm doing for shimmers yet, I'm going to pop it on the lid just on this edge as well. And I do like to have a nice shade on the brow bone, and I don't think there's anything in the palette that I want just to help blend and soften the edges. So I think I'll just go into a setting powder and pop that on the brow bone, and then I'll finish blending everything out. So I'm just picking up a little bit of setting powder, and we're just going to be popping that right. And I'm going to put a shimmer up top there too, don't get me wrong. I like having something, whether it's really an intense color or just translucent, just to help really soften those edges. And today I just want it to be something really soft, and then I'll blend those edges out a little bit more. So I'm going to go back in with wherever that brush went. The brush that had that burgundy shade, and just very gently I'm gonna soften the edges. And I don't mind pulling it up almost all the way to the brow bone now that there's something underneath it. I do want to have it pulled out quite a bit. My eye's watering quite a bit, so I'll probably have to do touch-ups, but my eye waters no matter what, so that's just part of my life. It is what it is. These shades are really pretty. I also want to do using both of the palettes together, so this one and the Grunge Resolution, because I do think they'd also pair really, really beautifully together. Now I want to try and figure out shimmers as well as what to do on that lower lash line. I might pull the blue and then this shade, and then I might do, I've been really into doing that lately, and then also popping a shimmer in between the two. I've been doing that a lot lately. Again, my eye's watering. Usually by the time I finish the second eye, it calms down for whatever reason. So if this doesn't look perfect right away, I'll just touch it up as soon as I can. But for now, I'm just going to get everything placed where I want it. And I'm also going back into Frigid, and we're going to pop that on this edge. And it doesn't matter whether or not they connect because I'm going to put a shimmer in between the two. Now I need to decide on shimmers, and since I don't really know what they look like because they're so like marbled, I have no idea what to expect. I'm just going to swatch them all, and then I'll just show you the swatches just on my fingers. Show you. So this is going to be the first one, second, third, and then fourth. Okay, all of these are stunning. So this is gonna be Frosty, Floresta, Allium, and Flora. And so we've got like a green, a purple, like a purpley metallic, and then we've got like a blue purple shift, and then this one's like a pink to green, it looks like. These are so pretty. Oh, I really like that purple to green shift, Floresta. And Flora is really pretty. I think for this look, we're going with Floresta though, as like the lid shade. And then maybe we could either do Frosty or Flora on the inner corner and brow bone. Ooh, what do I want to do? We're gonna see if I have any NYX glitter primer left. I know I'm a broken, oh, it just spewed onto my hand. Well, we'll use it. So I'm gonna grab some of that and pop it on my lid. Maybe I'll use 2 shades on the lid and then 1 for the rest of everywhere else. That'll get it so I can use 3 of the 4 shimmers. Since it's on literally my palm because it kind of like spewed out, I'm just gonna prep everywhere that I want glitter primer. So I'm also gonna pop that in the inner corner, on the brow bone, and on that lower lash line, just in between the 2 shades. That's more than I needed, but it's fine. Hopefully I can still get enough off for the other eye in a little bit here. We're gonna start with Floresta and put that on the inner part of the lid, and then I think I'll go into Flora on the outer part, and then we'll use Frosty for the rest of everything else. I wonder how long Floresta and like all the shades are gonna look marble before they start to. That's so pretty mixed together. Ooh, no, that's going on the whole lid. I lied because it's so like you can see part of it looks green, part of it looks purple. There's some orange in there. That is like such a unique shade. When I swatched it, it kind of all mixed into a purple, but the way I'm laying it on my eyelid, you're getting like, can you see the like it's all of those colors at the same time? This is insane. I am thoroughly impressed with that shade. I mean, I like everything I've used so far, but that shade is wow. Okay, now I need to pick. We're gonna go into Flora, which is this one, and that's gonna go on all the other spots that I put the glitter primer. So on my lower lash line and on my brow bone. Oh man, that Floresta shade has me absolutely blown away. I hope the photos do that one justice. Oh man, gonna go ahead and clean up the worst of the fallout here. I just dug my nail into my makeup remover. Okay, that is insane, and I think I know what I want to do for my waterline. All right, so I'm gonna start with a black on my waterline, and this is from Wetnwild. It's the Baby's Got Black pencil liner, and then I'm also gonna go in with my Illuminati cream gel liner thingy in Air, and it's like a purple shifty metallic, but it works best over top of a black, and I just feel like it's gonna look so good with these shades. And then I also kind of wanted to go in with a Colourpop Glitterly Obsessed. This one is gonna be in Roller Disco, and I just want to pop that on my brow bone. So I'm just pressing that over top of where I put that glitter on the brow bone, just to give it a little extra intensity, and I think it matches really well with that shadow actually. I think for mascara I'm gonna go in with the navy one that I have. This one is from Zisa Cosmetics, and I will put a lash on. It just flung down here. Good thing I do my eye makeup first. Alrighty guys, this is gonna be the finished eye makeup look. So I'm gonna finish off the other eye, finish the rest of my face, and probably throw on some false lashes, and then I'll come back and show you the completed look, and I can kind of give you my first impressions on the palette, but I think you've got a pretty good idea. But just hold on to get the finished look. Alrighty guys, we are back with the completed look, and although I don't know if the ladybugs are the perfect addition to this specific look, I had a mighty need to glue them to my face, so I found a way to make it work. I think the cute little, so I did a red gem and then a gem that kind of like matched the colors on my eye, and then a red, and I went back and forth because I didn't have enough to do the full trail of ladybugs, and I thought that was a cute way to kind of like, you know, I think they're really cute, and I'll definitely incorporate them into other looks in the future. For the time being, this was kind of all I could think of doing, so this is what we did. To finish off the face, I went in with my Unearthly Satin Sorcery Primer, and then I went in with my CoverGirl Blurring Skin Tint. This one is in Fair Cool. And then I went in with one of my Cosmic Beauty cream blushes. So this one is in Mary. And then I did a cream highlight as well from Moonslice Beauty. This one's Girlypop. After that, I set everything with my Wetnwild Translucent Loose Setting Powder. For powder blush, I went in with one of my Gamebeauty blushes. I wanted a little bit more of a purple hue, and I feel like it kind of matches this shade on my eye perfectly, but as like a pastel blushy shade. And this one is called Noir. It's from the Persona 5 collab with Gamebeauty. For highlight, I went in with my Wet n Wild highlighter. This is my broken old one that I've been trying to get used up and out of my collection. Unfortunately, I don't even know the shade on it anymore, but I'm just trying to get it used up and out. So yeah, that's what I used for highlight. For my brows, I went in with my Essence Brow Designer in 02 Brown, and I think it's growing on me. It's a really good shade match. Actually, the first time I used it, it felt very dark because I was using one that was way too light, so this felt like such a big change, but it's like the perfect brown for me, so I really do like that. For my lips, I went in with my Unearthly Cosmetics lip pencil in Vamp, and then I mixed these two lippies together from Gamebeauty. So we've got the purple one in Geomon, and then a pinky mauve one in Carmen, and then I just kind of blended all of those together, and I topped it with one of my Unearthly glosses. This one is in Predator. For eyes, you saw everything I did, but just as a quick reminder, I went in with my Wet n Wild Baby's Got Black along with my Illuminati cream gel liner in Air for the waterline. Then I did go in with my ColourPop Glitterly Obsessed in Roller Disco just on the brow bone. And of course, my mascara was the Zisa Cosmetics Navy Mascara. And then the lashes I put on were just lashes from Amazon. So that's everything I used to finish off the look. Let's zoom out and talk about the palette. Alrighty guys, so I know I've only done one look with this palette so far, but I am so blown away by it. It's got the same quality as the Grunge Resolution, which I was very happy with, and I've tested all the shades at least once in that palette, so I'm very confident that the shades I haven't gotten around to using quite yet are going to be just as incredible, and I'm really only missing a couple. I used quite a few in this look. This shade here absolutely blew me away. The fact that every time you use it, you're going to get something slightly different, because on this eye, it was predominantly purple, but then on this eye, there was a little bit more of an orange shift to it, just based on like how it picked up. It's so fun and unique. I know that might not be for everyone because consistency is important a lot of the time, but to me that was just so fun to have it kind of lean slightly differently, but they still work really well together even if each eye is a little bit different, because they still have the same colors as a whole together. So this shade is so fun and unique. I absolutely love it, and I really hope my camera does it justice when I take photos of this look. Everything else performed really beautifully. The mattes were very blendable, super pigmented, worked really well, and the shimmers, I only did use 2 of them, but I was really happy with the results of both of them. But oh, this shade here is just unlike anything in my collection. Like so cool and unique. I'm curious if this one's gonna be similar but lighter. I can't wait to play with this palette some more. So yeah, those are my initial thoughts. If you are wanting to pick this up, it would be super cool if you would use my code. It's just GURU. I'll put it up on the screen somewhere, but it's just GUROO, and you'll save a little bit of money. It is affiliated, so I do get a little kickback if you do decide to use it, but you also save money, so feel free to use that if you would like. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this look, enjoyed this video, feel free to let me know down below what your thoughts are on the palette so far. If you did like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. It does help my channel out a lot. And if you want to see more content from me, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. I post at least twice a week, sometimes more if I'm able to. So with all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye!